that I would have this conversation because, like I said, this has been kind of on my mind the past couple of days. And I decided to have a refresher and, you know, bring back this conversation because it needs to be said. You know, ever since, hold on, you guys. Ever since we started hearing Caitlin Clark's name last year and Angel Reese's name, to me, they've been linked together. But at the end of the day, once again, Caitlin Clark has a hype machine around her that Angel Reese doesn't. But for this video, this particular video, I want to talk about the blatant double standards that's going on and the blatant racism directed towards Angel Reese and how it's the NBA's fault and the WNBA's fault for not marketing the NBA. They had decades to put together a strategy to bring interest into the WNBA, and they chose not to. But now they're perpetrating a fraud, like basically hang tagging this white woman like she's the savior, like she's the greatest thing since they invented the wheel, the greatest thing since sliced bread, and she isn't. Now you got certain people who are blatantly disrespecting Michael Jordan by comparing her to Michael Jordan, which I think is absurd, and I think that's a I think that's a disservice to Michael Jordan. The WNBA had stars before Caitlin Clark ever laced them up, but she's not making the impact that Michael Jordan made on the NBA. People are already wearing sneakers. People are already wearing jerseys. And at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark has yet to win anything on the collegiate level or the professional level. She has her chance. Let's see what happens. But the racism that's been directed towards Angel Reese is absurd. And then a lot of the racism that Angel Reese has received is because of black people, black content creators joining the pile on Angel Reese, which I won't do. I'm not gonna kiki with the open enemy to tear down a black woman over a white woman. Now, as Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith and a few other people want to be puppets and have people pulling their strings, saying stuff that I know is not true, man, I wish Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith would defend black people as a whole the way they defend this white woman. Now it's funny how it's the same thing with Eminem. If you have a different opinion about Caitlin Clark, if you say, hey, let's wait a minute, let's hold off on the hype. Let's wait till she wins something. Let's wait till she wins some league MVPs. Let's wait till she wins some championships. Let's wait and see her pile up her list of achievements. But then if you say, hold on, then all of a sudden people want to holler about it's racism. But nobody wants to talk about the racism that Angel Clark has received ever since she made that hand gesture. And, I heard 7-8 talk about it. Me and him had a, chat on the phone, and he said basically it's what you would call the Jack Johnson syndrome. When Jack Johnson was beating up them white boys and taking their women, he would taunt them a little bit. And that's why he had to move out of the country. He was flamboyant. And kind of like when Joe Louis came around, allegedly, they told Joe Louis, hey, you can beat him, but don't celebrate, or some things may happen. And that's what seems to have happened with Angel Reese. All she did was do that hand gesture back. And I'm going to say something else. I need to make this very clear to you Caucasian people. That you can't see me thing, that didn't get created by John Cena. Actually, he said himself on a few occasions that he got it from Tony Yayo, who is part of G Unit, who raps with 50 Cent and serves as a hype man for 50 Cent. As usual, something a black man came up with, you got other people capitalize off of it. Now, the WWE Not the WWF. It hadn't been the WWF for a while, but the WWE, they apparently trademarked it, and they made T-shirts, and they made millions of dollars off that John Cena gesture, and didn't give Tony Yayo a penny. So, with that being said, that's the story of America. The white man profiting off of something that a black man come up with. But you've seen basically Angel Reese get called out her name, get called the N-word, get threats made towards her. People wishing ill will on her, all because she made a hand gesture. She gave back what Caitlin Clark was doing. Now, when Caitlin Clark was doing it, it was all fun and dandy. It was all good until it got dead back to her. You had that racist Peckerwood, David Portnoy, constantly antagonizing and harassing Angel Reese. Same thing with Jason Sudeikis, and then he had the audacity to try to go over there and shake her hand. And I don't blame Angel Reese for swerving him. But nobody wants to talk about the racism that Angel Reese has went through, that I see on a regular basis. And a lot of times you coons contribute to it, you coward-ass black men. I told you, I just can't do it. I'm not going to compromise my channel and go against the grain and basically talk about a black woman to people that I suspect are probably racist and white supremacists and bigots, among other things. So you can just count me out. Racism will continue because of black people. And sometimes, as much as I defend black men, a lot of times, I have to admit, sometimes black men are part of the problem. They're going beyond the call of duty to defend Caitlin Clark and tear down Angel Reese, or not give credit to the actual best player on the planet, which is A'ja Wilson. She's the best player on the planet by far. But everybody wants to talk about Caitlin Clark. And that's just real talk. Everybody is fixated on Caitlin Clark, but people know if you sit up there and praise the so-called almighty, the superior being, the savior, the Messiah, you'll get praised, because at the end of the day, a lot of people have the, that mentality, the superiority mentality, or should I say the complex, when it's absolutely false. Caitlin Clark is under the complexion protection program. Now, it's funny, they want to holler about racism that's being directed towards Caitlin Clark, but when you talk about the direct and blatant racism directed towards Angel Reese, then all of a sudden they want to holler about, race has nothing to do with this. The typical, it's not racism because I'm white and I say so. Or it's racism, so-called reverse racism, that doesn't exist because I'm white and I say so. Well, I'm going to say this on behalf of my channel and a few people that think like me. Fuck what you think. That's just real talk. And I'm going to say it again. Fuck what you think. You don't get to come on my outlet and dismiss what I'm saying. It's racism because I'm black and I say so. Now what? The hell with your, it's not racism, or it's reverse racism because I'm white and I say so. No, it's racism because I'm black and I say so. Let's get something straight. Caitlin Clark ain't went through no damn racism. I guarantee you Caitlin Clark or her people ain't been told to pay first when they patronize a restaurant. I guarantee you they ain't been followed around the store. I guarantee they ain't been racially profiled and stopped by the police for no reason. I guarantee she ain't been denied loans no matter how good her credit is because of her skin color. I guarantee she's not been told to go to the back of the bus. I guarantee she's never went to a restaurant that said blacks only. I guarantee she's never been told that she can't stay at this hotel because she's white. So to sit up here and try to make it look like she's just going through all these trials and tribulations, please stop the bullshit. Stop it. You look foolish. I mean, it's just laughable. It's just laughable. And like I said, the people that are making it worse are black people, black content creators who act as if they can't have a difference of opinion. I have a difference of opinion. I'm going to say this once again. Caitlin Clark can play. Yes, she can. Yes, she can play. She really can. But she still has some holes in her game that need to be fixed. Okay? I'm just keeping it 100. She is not the best player in the league by far. It's been proven. Okay? It's been proven. But this whole notion that people are picking on her because she's white and all this kind of stuff, please stop it. It's just absurd. It's just ridiculous. And to hear white people hollering about racism, any type of racism directed towards them, especially in the United Fakes of America. I mean, come on. It's laughable. But I thought you guys are so intellectually superior. Apparently you're not. You say that other people are emotional and fragile. Y'all seem to be fragile. Just like people was panicking, acting like it was like somebody had, shot her when she would receive a hard. Oh my God, I can't believe. Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing like stop it. Just stop it. I can tell you now, Caitlin Clark is not a victim of racism. She can go and do whatever she pleases. She's always had it that way because of her skin complexion. So can we please stop with this BS? It sounds stupid. It sounds absurd. But you never want to have this conversation about racism when it's pertaining to black people. That's just real talk. You never want to have that conversation. You want to dismiss the whole thought of racism being non-existent when it comes to black people. That has been proven time and time again that it exists. And I told you, I'm not on YouTube to sit up here and basically compromise my channel just to get likes and views and subscribers. I'm not going to key with you racist. You know what I'm saying? You racist saltines. Not on this channel. Can't do it. Ain't going to do it. Won't do it. Not thinking about doing it. So that's just real talk. See, people don't want to have these real discussions about racism. Don't want to have a real discussion about Caitlin Clark. Just like you don't want to have a real discussion about Eminem. Eminem is not the GOAT. He's not remotely the GOAT. All I'm saying is, let's wait and see. Let's just wait and see. And some of you Negroes on here that's caping for Caitlin Clark, you looking real weak right about now. I don't know. Maybe y'all have this desire to swim in the milk or something. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. If you into swimming in the milk, I mean, fine. But at the same time, I just see these dudes. You could just tell they disingenuous. People know the formula on YouTube. People know the formula on social media. People know racism exists. And I'm going to tell you something. Some of these black dudes that y'all white dudes think really roll with y'all, they playing the same game with y'all that y'all done played with us. Acting like they like y'all. They get subscribers and get views. But behind the scenes, they really don't mean it, because I know a certain boxing YouTube that admitted that he be cooning just for views. Not that is a good look. But then they play into your racism. Once again, I'm not going to be sitting up here kikiing with whites and non-blacks to be constantly tearing down a black woman. Now, if anybody brings up Kamala Harris, she's not black. And that's been proven she's not black. Not even remotely close. And Kamala Harris basically showed her hand when she wouldn't definitively answer the question whether she's black or not. Because she's not. She's not. But then you got all these celebrities parading her around like she's some black woman, and she's not. She ain't no different from a video that I'm going to do later on to prove my point. Well, that's expected. Like I said, black men to a certain degree, they do make us look weak. They do make it look like the women in our community should be our leaders. But at the end of the day, we just got to scoot them out the way. Now, it's another subject that I'm going to talk about pertaining to Ryan Garcia. Boy, I hope this isn't true. I hope this isn't true. Because if this is true, then this says a lot about him. And I'm going to end up cooking everybody. When do it get to a point to where black people have some pride and they have some dignity and some integrity about themselves and some respect for themselves? I ain't doing the go along, get along. I am not doing that. I refuse to do that. So if it means me not ever having 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, so be it. But I'm not doing it. Oh, I know she's Indian. I know she's Indian. Kamala Harris is about as black as Bill Burr. The only thing that Bill Burr know about being black is being up in black pussy. And the only black Kamala got in hers when somebody black stuck their dick in her. Yeah, I said it. Just keeping it 100. I mean, Tony Yayo, at the end of the day, Tony Yayo worked for 50 Cent. He need a job. I mean, I wouldn't say it. Listen, anybody with common sense know Eminem ain't the GOAT. Did anybody see that performance at that Terrence Crawford fight? I'm talking about that performance was garbage. At the end of the day, I'm not going to argue, and people can take it however they want. I'm not going to argue with white people or non-black people about hip-hop, an art form that we created. You're not qualified. You're not qualified to debate rap music with me. You're not qualified to debate hip-hop with me because it's an art form that we created, and your opinion means about as much to me as wiping my ass. So there you have it. Yeah, I said it. Once again, I said it. Eminem ain't even from Detroit. Eminem is from like Kansas. So, but that's the point that what's up, Big Blunts and Boxing? Yeah. Eminem ain't even really from Detroit. He from Kansas, so somewhere in Kansas. You know, he the rap Elvis. That's what Benzino meant by him being the rap Elvis. I mean, I can make an argument that Eminem didn't even make no impact on rap. He really didn't. The Beastie Boys was the one that kicked down the door for hip hop. That's just real talk. To this day, it's been 40 years since License to Ill almost came out, and people still talk about that album. Eminem's music aged terribly. It don't even matter what the Beastie Boys did after License to Ill. That's going to always be synonymous with hip hop and the evolution of hip hop. I will give them more praise before I give Eminem, because Eminem didn't impact hip hop. He didn't do nothing. And for people to sit up here perpetrating a fraud like he paved the way for white rappers, first, like I said, stop it. First of all, Eminem ain't nothing more than a cheap ripoff of Redman. He already admitted that he bit off of Redman, Big Daddy Kane, and a few other people. So basically, without black people, you don't have Eminem. So the so-called white goat, without black people, he wouldn't be the goat. So there you have it. Double entendre. Once again, double whammy. Eminem ain't the GOAT. Exactly. Third Base, Everlast, House of Pain. There were quite a few white rappers before Eminem. I mean, come on, man, just stop the cap. I mean, damn. He didn't do nothing, but that's what happens when you talk to a under 35 crowd about Eminem, because they don't know the essence and the roots of hip hop, and that's just the bottom line. So I'm just saying, but that's what happens, and that's what's currently going on with Caitlin Clark. You can't critique her. You can't say anything. You can't criticize her. If you criticize Caitlin Clark, you're hating on her. It's the same with Eminem. If you say you don't like an Eminem record, it's reverse racism. And then you got black people that be trying to pull that shit with you. And that's why I don't pay any attention to these cornball Negroes on here. You say anything about Caitlin Clark, you critique her, just like Caitlin Clark has a lot of turnovers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's racism. It's racism too. And then you get these Negro. People need to relax about Caitlin Clark. I'm disappointed as a black man. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up. Shut up, dude. Stop being a handkerchief head, dude. Stop it. I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to say this once again before I end this video, and I'm going to come back with more. Caitlin Clark can play. Absolutely. Yes, she can play. But to compare her to Michael Jordan, is she the Messiah? Is she the GOAT? Let's just wait and see. Can we please wait and see? Can she win something? But yeah, like I said, I'm just keeping it a buck. Nobody wants to talk about, this is real talk, nobody wants to talk about the racism that's been aimed at Angel Reese. All over a hand gesture. All this over a hand gesture? And then all of a sudden, you get this hate directed towards her? Death threat? Death threat for what? But it just goes to show you that the mayonnaise nation, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. They are not intellectually superior. They say we emotional. Ain't nobody more emotional and fragile than they are. See, the difference is they dangerously emotional. Because see, when they get emotional, they really try to do things. They try to alter things. They try to come after you. Up to and including possibly trying to delete you. And if they don't physically delete you, they will character delete you. They will kill your character. They will assassinate your character. They will kill your credibility. Sometimes they feel now, sometimes it's better to mentally kill you and kill your personality than actually killing you. Because when you don't have influence or clout, especially in the entertainment business, you damn near out of here. Well, that's LeBron James for you. LeBron James is a fake, phony activist. LeBron James ain't nowhere to be found. No, none of these Negroes was nowhere to be found when Ryan Garcia said that stuff about black people. Nobody said anything. Malika Andrews was nowhere to be found. Stephen A. Smith was nowhere to be found. tried to downplay it. But Kyrie Irving, who didn't say a damn thing about that community, all he said is he was going to watch a movie, and they came after him. You ain't heard, you ain't heard Silver say nothing. You ain't heard nobody say anything towards Ryan Garcia. And then you got a lot of these coward ass boxers that won't say nothing. And that's why I had to make sure that I said what I said when I interviewed Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Sr. Great interview. I'm going to try to get Jr. on soon. But that's why I was passionate and I had to say what needed to be said about, in particularly, black media, who always seem to be worried about what a black fighter is making, should be making, don't deserve. Like I said before, Lomachenko can't sell no tickets. Lomachenko can't fight in a regular arena unless he fighting a black fighter. Tiafimo, once again, can't sell out the Chick-fil-A parking lot. You know, Tim Tszyu, they won't even release what the actual pay-per-view numbers was when he fought. So there you have it. But, LeBron showing who he really is. And, LeBron ain't about black people. LeBron is about LeBron. And that's how it's always going to be. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Be back with more later.